You're so adorable.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Weathers Channel Morning Live. My name is Autumn, and this is my husband, Richard. We go live here on the YouTube channel every Sunday morning at 9:30 a.m. Eastern. You can also catch us every Wednesday evening at 8:30 p.m. Eastern on our other channel, Watch Autumn Keto, where we go live for hashtag Hawakawin.
Oh my gosh.
Look, I didn't realize our like logos they're like close, so almost like double logos. Exactly. Your shirt is so beautiful, sweetheart. You would look good today. What did I do to deserve such a good-looking husband? Your hair is so long it don't even fit in the frame, Lord. Okay. Woo! You guys, when I tell you, I just got off the bike 90 seconds ago. Like, yay! Thank you. But like, I'm just not even fully here because I'm still like breathing hard internally. Like, it's tough, but I'm here.
Your energy's high.
Exactly.
Your blood is pumping.
Yeah, see? And I spend it on my compliments. See? I use my extra energy to compliment my husband. You're lucky. You're lucky. Gigi's here. Says, good morning, Weathers. What's the forecast? It is sunny. It's supposed to be 70 today, but it's probably like 40 right now. Mm-hmm. But you know how I feel when the sun is shining. Mm-hmm. So I'm feeling great already.
I'd have to agree.
Brian's here. Says, great morning, y'all. You too, right? Hope everyone is surviving winter's last effort. We're having a sunshiny morning, and it's supposed to be gorgeous today. Yep. Are we not in the same place? Can't believe we're heading to Keto Salt Lake in 3 days. Tip of the hat.
Oh my
See you there, champ.
That place sounds familiar.
Exactly. Stan Banner's here. Says hello, people. Shelly's here. Says happy Sunday, Whack fam.
Good morning.
Teal's
everyone.
Here. Says good morning. Teal, I was just thinking of you because I haven't gotten my ice drink, but I'm gonna get my ice drink. Yeah, I was drinking water when I exercised.
It's always nice to think of Teal.
It is. Teal is so, she's impactful. She's had an impact on my life.
I remember those board games.
Chris Bear is here. Says sup, everyone. Merchandise, anyone?
I will never forget board games.
Hi, Chris. How are you? I'm glad you're here. I feel like it's been so long since I talked to you, but I'll see you in a couple of days. So that's pretty cool. So.
And the dinner we had at the gas station.
Yes, it wasn't the gas station. It was Quaker Gas and Lube. Steak and Lube. That's what it was. Quaker Steak and Lube. That place was amazing.
We ate steak at a gas station, didn't we, Tia?
It was a gas station themed restaurant. Yes, exactly.
They actually had a car like
almost adjacent. Says, good morning, everyone. Yeah, and it was really cool because the windows were just like garage door type thing, almost like Costco. You know how they have those big doors.
Made me feel like a little bit like Disney World.
But you would never. But in my opinion, you would never expect a restaurant that kitschy, like that into the theme, to serve that good of food. Like the food at that good of a price. Like,
well, that's the key. Because I said Disney does do the catchy thing and they do have good food. Yeah. But you're paying.
It's like 3 times. Hookman's here. Says, good morning, amazing weathers and weather chasers. I made a live again. We're happy you're here. Upper 70s forecasted. Yeah, so we're basically we must be like in the same like plane or something, like the same weather band.
The way the weather works.
Oh, now you're gonna.
The wind carries the storm over the clouds over the country, and there's like a pattern.
Yep. So we must be in the same section of that because we always have very similar weather. Brianna said, hey fam, I'm in Virginia Beach on a school trip still, so tired. Look at you.
I mean, school trip and
tired. Chris said, doing well, passed our scuba certification yesterday. Why do you, is just a life skill you wanted to adopt? I mean, are you getting certified for something in particular? Sheila's here, says, good morning, Autumn, Richard, and my WAC fam.
I could do that depending on where.
I can never.
It'd have to be like a coral.
No, because they're still fish and they still come out to get you. No,
that's what I'm saying. Like I have to see the bottom.
I've tried snorkeling once, and I almost had a panic attack in the water, and so I had to get out.
Yes, you're not a water person.
No, I'm not an inside the water.
I'm a water person,
I'm on top of the water.
To a limit. Like I don't do like underwater caves, and I don't really do barren emptiness now.
Well, when we go to Mexico, they have cenotes, which are like they're like natural. They're like natural bodies of water inside a cave.
Ooh, that sounds fancy.
It was. I still didn't.
Not doing that.
I didn't get into it, but I looked at it.
Did you just hear the first thing I just said?
But it's beautiful.
Underwater cave.
You've got to see it though.
I'll see it from the far away surface. No, I'll do like the pretty, like the view, like swimming, just underwater and just like beautiful little fish. And
no. Cynthia said, "Happy Sunday. Like, spring break is over. Headed home from Savannah. Oh, I want to take my grandmother. Savannah's one of the places my granny wants to go. So
Savannah,
Georgia. I know. I don't know what's there.
Write that down soon.
I know, right? So
I mean, they have good restaurants. I know that much.
I bet they do. Mary T said, "Good morning. It's a beautiful but chilly spring morning. Was just watching Serious Keto review. Keto Chow wanted to jump through the screen, melt the butter, and blend it. What did he do? Did he just put actual?
Just, probably chunked it up like biscuits or something. Just chunk it up and throw it in there.
That's not gonna work. Sarah's here. Says, "Hey, I made it. Good morning, everyone." Sarah, I was just thinking about you. I'm glad that you're here. So, yes, Mary T said you're very color coordinated this morning, and color with a U because we're fancy and Canadian. Yeah, once again. 90 seconds before this video, I just had on like a sports bra and some pants. So I am.
No, that's your jacket. That's your chair jacket.
Yeah, this is a jacket I wear when I'm in the chair. So yes, I had to put that on because I was sitting.
Jacket that sits on the chair.
And on the chair, yeah, exactly. It's very close.
The chair wears the jacket.
Yes,
when you don't.
more. Hello. So hope they said yes. The way Richard described the weather. Don't
see.
Well, this is the weather. This is the weather's channel. So one thing we know a lot about over here is the weather.
I'm meteorology adjacent.
No, absolutely
adjacent.
Oh my God, Chris said there's a cruise coming up in May. Okay, so that's an excursion we will not be participating in.
I mean, I'll go and see from the shore.
No. Brianna says, great job. Yeah, good job on your scuba certification. That's just something I have no desire to do. Two things I want to do. I'm going to make it a point in the next, I'm going to say 5 years to learn Spanish, and I want to learn sign language. But I also want to have a reason to have to use these things. So it's just like, I need to incorporate time in my life where I'm speaking with people or signing with people as a way to communicate. Because right now in my everyday life, I don't have a need to learn Spanish because I don't talk to anybody that speaks Spanish, only Spanish, right? I don't interact with many deaf people.
Like me and Scuba.
Exactly. So it's just like, I realize that in order to learn these things, I need to put myself in situations where it is necessary that I learn these things. So that's also kind of what I'm thinking.
Look at you. That's adorable.
Shelly said, same thing. I'm terrified of what's down in the water. I love being on top of the water though, or wading in the shallow parts. Yeah.
Well,
no, I just realized, like, Richard, you say this all the time for someone that hasn't been, or maybe you say that about space and water, but it's really true. It's the three-dimensional nature of it. It's the fact that things can be this way, things can be this way, or things can be this way. I mean, they can be everywhere.
Swivel. You need a bobblehead. You need a bobblehead.
I just and so that's the thing. When I was, because we were just snorkeling, so you would look at the top of the water, and I could never tell whether the fish were 6 inches under the water or 6 feet under the water. I'm just like, they're too close. And I had to get back on the boat.
When I was young and
I
didn't care about the darkness of the ocean and stuff.
Yeah.
Now that I'm older and realize life is precious.
I ain't trying to die off the back of seeing no fish.
Now, I'll do it, but we need to be in like a group of like 10 people in the water, and I am the 11th.
No, literally, the last time we were in Cancun, we went jet skiing. We took an excursion. We went jet skiing.
I can do that.
It was amazing. But we jet skied to,
I can do that.
Like, there was like 12 people. We jet skied to a snorkeling hub. They basically had all these buoys, and like we would just pull up around it, and then you got to hop off and snorkel. I was in the water for, like, we're supposed to be there for 20 minutes. I was in the water for 3 minutes, had a panic attack, and I had to get back on my jet ski. And I literally just sat on my jet ski while everyone else was looking around.
Like, you weren't like in deep ocean or nothing.
No, we were in the deep ocean. Yes. And so, but like, it was the fish.
But old me would definitely be like.
It was just the fish and the coral. I didn't like it, right? And so the funny thing is, when we go out of town on vacation, and we only do this when we were in Mexico, me and my father and my sister, we give ourselves like Mexican like names. So like vacation names, right? So my like Mexican name was Dolores. And like we embody somebody else, like, and That's what I'm just saying. And so literally, anytime we would go somewhere, we would introduce like ourselves and our fake names. And so
you're catfishing in Mexico.
So literally, I climbed back on my jet ski, and the tour guide was like, Dolores, he's like, get back in the water, Dolores. And I was like, no, gracias. Like, no. So then,
yes, Dolores, get back in the water.
No, and I was just like, no. And then that day,
I didn't even know.
I sang,
like, hey, Hector.
No, but that's the most
funny that's me.
Because they would say it. They were like, Dolores, hola. And I was like, hola. So then that next, like one of those next days, I sang karaoke. I sang Bohemian Rhapsody. Mm-hmm. I tore the house down. So all throughout, like anybody that was there that night, they would yell my name throughout the hotel. Mm-hmm. They were like, hey, Dolores. And I'm just like, I don't know who that is. Dolores from karaoke. I'm like, oh my God, hey. Like all the Americans knew my name was Dolores. And it was absolutely hilarious.
Okay, secret spy.
I know, but like it was hilarious hearing him call me Dolores.
Yes, it was.
Yeah. So
hilarious. You calling yourself.
Brianna said scuba diving scares me due to the pressure on your ears. Yeah. Also, I didn't like that either. So I'm very sensitive to the pressure. I'm not worried about. So
I can do it.
Sheila said, is there any soft and spreadable butter that is keto friendly? I don't know the answer to that. Maybe if the butter is just mixed with like olive oil or something, then if you keep it spreadable, maybe that'll work. But most of that stuff is mixed with canola oil.
If you buy like a really nice butter dish, you can just keep it room temperature.
Yeah, just keep it room temperature. Yeah, apparently people do that. They be keeping butter on the counter, right?
I mean, if you go through it, it ain't lasting that long anyway. 2 or 3 days and it's gone anyway.
Cynthia said snorkeling made me panic. Did not expect things to be all around me. Thank you. Like this literally describes my experience.
No, see, and for me, it's not about the things around you. It's about the
Chris
dark
said sign language would be extremely useful when you're scuba diving. Yes, I could see that, right?
It really would. And so, just as great handed. You better be good at charades. Really good at charades.
Sarah said, I want to learn American Sign Language because I'm convinced so many interpreters are frauds. We don't know. We don't know what they're saying.
I mean, but then again, that's how I feel about anybody who speaks a foreign language around me. I'm like, you just making stuff up. Y'all saying real words.
Huffman said scuba diving is like visiting another world. So amazing. Maybe start learning sign language and then volunteering for events with the instructor. Yeah, see, that would be amazing. Like, I just need to do more things.
Oh, yeah, no, the water is the uncharted country.
See, I can also do aquariums because the fish is behind the glass.
Man, who can't do aquariums?
Some people don't like that.
You just walk around and drink soda or something.
No.
You literally just sit and walk around.
Yeah, Mary T said it's sad because I would love the fish and seeing all that is under the water. If only the water wasn't there, I had to stick to aquariums. Also, something else that is neat is those like glass bottom boats where you can get that, like you're like riding under the water. I've done that as well. That sort of stuff doesn't.
The fear is not what you see. For me, it's what you can't see. Because the deep ocean, all it takes with that extra 20, 30 feet. Yeah. And when it goes black, you don't know what's behind that.
You really don't until it's too late.
Exactly. I'm not a mermaid. I can't pivot and move in the water.
Sheila said I buy unsalted stick butter and it's on the counter in a glass butter dish, but it's not spreadable.
Wow.
I don't
even know what to do.
Yeah, maybe in the summer it will be. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Like
1,000%.
Set it near the oven, right? So if you ever have
at one point it'll be horrible.
Here it says, "Hey, dropping in briefly while I wait for my boss to reply to questions as to what to do since my computer is not working." Hey, that
fun time.
Hashtag, corporate life. Like fun just time. Like, my computer doesn't work. I can't do anything without my computer. I'm just sitting here getting paid. Yes. Cynthia says swimming with the stingrays is a huge no. Or dolphins. I can't do it. That was creepy. You stand on a sandbar and they motor towards you at high speed. No.
I look at that with any animal that gets near my size.
Yes.
Whether land or sea or air.
No.
If you anywhere this big or bigger.
Yeah, so Hoofnit says was snorkeling once and 2 giant stingrays started circling me. The people on the boat watched. They were jealous and I was feeling blessed. Absolutely not. I was feeling panicked and mortified.
Well, I was thinking they sizing you up.
Exactly.
I think I can eat this one.
Why?
I can eat this one. I'll be the first one to be eaten by stingray. I thought they wouldn't even go.
They couldn't.
They are now.
They can't devour a whole person. Yeah, no, I'm just not like.
Yeah, well, you're definitely not an in the water person. Yeah.
No, I like pools. Yeah. I very much like pools, but I don't like being in natural bodies of water.
And I don't mind depending on who, what, when, where, and why.
Mm-hmm. I feel you.
Yeah.
Oh, depends.
On everything.
Take 2 or 3 sticks of room temperature butter, whip them in your stand mixer or with a hand mixer, then keep them on the counter in a sealed container. Okay. So if you whip it, it'll stay in that whipped consistency.
I think I heard that before.
Oh no. He said I don't know if I'm actually getting paid without the computer. I'm not able to clock in. Yeah.
Well, that's what I was saying. It depends on the contract.
Yeah, it depends on. Okay. Try to get your hours in, bro. So
everybody ain't you.
Beth is here. Says good morning, everyone. Hi, Beth. Miss you. Glad that you're here today.
Good morning, Beth.
Beth, I wanted to make sure you know, once again, Paris, March 2023. I'm going to keep saying it. I still don't have the dates yet, but it is confirmed. We are going. So, yeah, I don't care. I don't care what it takes.
Let's focus on Salt Lake first.
Salt Lake. Oh, yeah. It's called Short Week. Yes. You guys, the title of this video is Short Week. I am so excited that we're going to Salt Lake on Wednesday. I've never been there before.
With the caboodle.
Yeah, and a lot of other people. The Bears are going to be there. I'll be happy to see them again. So, but yes, it's going to be really, really fun. I am making a ton of shirts. Bring your money dollars for shirts. I'm also going to run a sale on the website for people that can't attend. You'll be able to get like the good deals. But it'll be the best deals will be there.
We're coming squad up.
Exactly, right? So that's really exciting. And my presentation I think it came together very nicely.
That's what I was going to say.
So I'm excited to give the presentation. No, I was not practicing in the bathroom. No. So no, no one's in the bathroom. So I'm excited about that, so it's just, and then a month afterwards, there's a cruise. I can't, but you guys, I'm just so excited
every month after
because we literally have an event every month until Keto Palooza ends it unless by some crazy way. Mm-hmm. Have you heard anything about Vegas? Is that still happening in October? Like, unless we go to Vegas, but then that will really be the last thing.
Vegas is always happening.
I know, right? We just haven't heard about it yet. So
Vegas is Vegas.
Sheila said, smash that like button. You better. Absolutely. Sarah said, stingray is what killed Steve Irwin. See, I didn't know that. I thought it was eaten by like a bear or something like that.
No, it was one of those. I thought it was like a horseshoe crab or something. It was one of those pointy things with the little pointy part.
That's a stingray.
What's that? I think horseshoe crabs also have that little pokey thing.
No.
Either way,
speaking of Salt Lake, if you aren't able to attend in person, I scheduled the live streams today. Yay! Oh, that's amazing. Dee's here says, morning, good weather's Wark fam. Ear hustling while I feed the kitties. What else is new?
Yep. At this point, the kitties might feed you while they ear hustle.
What? That doesn't make sense. So yeah, it's been a busy weekend, making shirts, shipping, PhD orders, packing, not packing, of course, but you know what I'm talking, thinking about packing.
Who are we talking to?
So
who's the person sitting next to me?
Yeah. So
you are a last second packer.
I am. So yeah, we don't leave Wednesday till 2 p.m. I'm not going to start packing until Wednesday morning. Like when I wake up. Luckily, I don't have to go into the office, of course, so I don't have anything.
I will begin tomorrow.
Good for you.
Slowly partition.
Good for you. Hupton said Brian had a difficult time remembering the sign for the letter D and F. He was trying to tell me about a duck. No.
Are you sure that was on purpose?
Hupton said we don't talk like that. I was so shocked.
Are you sure that was on purpose?
Oh yeah. What is the sign
I think Brian was saying something else.
Exactly.
I was having another conversation.
Dee said they should be fed already, but Mama's got to get her beauty sleep on a Sunday. Yeah, I wake up. I don't wake up past 7, no matter what day it is. So I woke up around 7 today. Scheduled the live. Drunk my pre-workout. I've already done my weightlifting, and I've been on my bike today. So
my gosh, you were
I wake up at 5 o'clock during the week. So waking up at 7 on the weekends is like chef's kiss. Yeah, so I feel great. Yeah, even 7 is a very is a late sleeping. So yeah, that's what I'm working on.
Such laissez-faire.
Yes. So last night I helped Richard's cousin with her college algebra some more. We did logarithms. We did exponential functions. A lot of things where I'm like, okay, it's all coming back to me now. Yeah, so it was really fun. This is the furthest we've ever gotten, like in the amount of time, but we're back on tonight. So I think we'll actually be able to finish the chapter. Normally what happens is like she has like 20 lessons that need to be done. We'll get through like over the course of 2 days, we'll get through like 8 to 12. And I'm just like, you're on your own for the rest of them. Because they're always
20 lessons?
Yeah, like 20 and they're all due Sunday at midnight. So by Sunday at midnight. So we'll start on Saturday and we'll get through as many as we can. And I'm like, yeah, the other ones are just up to you. Well, she tries to do them. She just can't. So this time she was just like, I actually got through a lot on my own and we only had 13 to do. Oh, nice. So we did 6 yesterday. Yeah, we did 6 yesterday and we'll probably do this 7 today. And I was like, we might be finished with the whole chapter before we get off the meeting.
It's all about retention.
Yes, I know. See, that's the hard part, and that's the part that really makes me sad is that she does well when we're together and like when we can reframe things, but it's just the testing that she just can't get past. And sit in the room with her. Yeah, so I know, right? Which I can't. So it's just like, I hate that tests aren't built for people that aren't really good test takers. So it's
you're just gonna have to sharpen that blade.
It should be okay. So
that's gonna be the one sword you gotta get super sharp.
Yeah. So and that's the worst part. The thing that makes me the saddest is that she'll never have to know how to do this stuff ever again. But it's just the critical thinking skills that come with being able to do these things that are important. Yes. Like even yesterday as we were going through the things, I was like, this stuff is so stupid, but it's not about what you're doing. It's about being able to recognize patterns and to read critically and extract important information. Like I was like, these are skills that are necessary.
Inside of the test.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what it's about.
Yeah, but the fact that she has to like pass this class for her major is super tough. So
it sounded like me when I was in college.
Yeah. With math or
I couldn't. But the only what helped me was I changed my major.
I didn't change my major. The one class I ever struggled with, I just realized was extra and I dropped it. And I was just like, oh, I felt like I just got off easy. But I honestly didn't have to take that class, right? So
no, before I was a business general. Business general, and then I went to broadcasting, and I was like, you need math, but not that hard. Just slow it down, just remedial stuff.
Yeah. So I loved minoring in theater because I was like, wait a minute, my class is sewing. Like that is my class, is I learn how to sew. Cool. So that was really neat. But
did you sew stuff?
I did. I sewed a little pouch. I embroidered by hand.
Did they use it in any?
They did. That was the funny thing. God. They made us sew the items that they needed for the plays.
That's what I was thinking.
It was really smart. Yeah.
You were labor.
Exactly. We were free labor that they graded. But no.
They smart. They wrapped it in a ball.
Like I made a pouch purse. So like I learned how to do ribbing. Like to where, and then when you flip everything out, outside, and then I learned how to make embroidery flowers, because they needed little purses for a period piece.
You were such just a ball of amazement.
It was pretty cool. I really liked my classes like that. But
it sounds cool.
Yeah. So, but another thing that I really want to learn is self-defense. Now that is something that is a lot more accessible. I really just need to. Here's my whole thing.
Got that on the front of the burner.
I wish, just because things I've always wanted to learn. Because here's my thing. Like we were just watching. You remember we watched Station 19 last week, and she got herself in that situation where she had to kick that dude's ass. I was just like, every time I see something like that, I'm like, I really need to start taking self-defense classes. Well, I need to stop saying that and I need to actually do it, because you don't want to be in a situation where you need those exact skills and you're like, I just kept saying I needed to do it. Like, no. And so that is something probably in May.
I dove into a
probably in May.
I was into my weightlifting then, so I was already feeling empowered. Yeah. And then I ended up taking Muay Thai, was it Tai Chi, Arnis, and like I took like 3 or 4 different.
I love capoeira.
I took 3 or 4 different martial arts.
And don't get me wrong, I do my fair share. Weapon. I do my fair share of kickboxing and body combat, or like body. What is it? Is it body combat? Les Mills. To where like I know how to land an actual jab and an uppercut and a punch. I just.
It's also good to have somebody with pads
but
helping you.
It's just like I need to know. I just need to know the technique or like the actual strategy that goes into being able to utilize that. So
I learned that the differences like between Tai Chi and Muay Thai couldn't be vastly opposites if you try.
Apparently they say women do best with like Krav Maga. Like it's just like body grappling, and like that's what you could use most,
Yeah.
Mary T said in the 70s, embroidered jean jackets were all the rage. I embroidered a huge sunset on the back of my boyfriend's jacket. Took weeks and weeks. I wish you had pictures.
I was just gonna say,
he wore a jacket with the sunset on the back.
Like, hopefully he has saved that jacket.
Kim said my daughter took Kung Fu and loved it. Great exercise. Yeah, it's also good exercise, right?
Of course.
Sam Banner said I'm learning Russian and Welsh. I have been learning since late November. That's nice. Amazing. How are you feeling about that?
Nice.
What is Welsh? I don't even know if I've heard anyone speak that language.
Is that in Scotland?
Yeah, that's an interesting language. Kim says she'll kick you. I want to kick her back, right? Yeah. So like, it's just I want to know.
You just need those pads, you know.
Yeah, I need. Punch, kick. I feel like the strength. I just need to direct it in the proper places.
Yes, that's true.
What?
Yeah, the strength.
What was that?
I mean, that's all defense. Though.
No, it's not. Some people don't have strength.
No, but I mean, you have to direct anything you do. That's what's called self-defense.
Hence, I want the classes to teach me how to do that.
Exactly. I love you.
Did you see him openly laughing?
Yeah.
I'm sick. Joe's here says, "What's up, family? What's up?" Is I'm about to direct all my strength at my husband because he's acting like I don't have strength.
I didn't say that.
No,
it's funny that you were just like, I need to find focus on directing that strength. It's like, you don't. You
yes,
easy
I
to
do.
direct it. Let me tell you.
Brian said, Richard, sometimes the less you say, the better off you are. Not if he laughs, not if he openly laughs. But yeah, that is, but that's one of the things where I say, like, I want to learn Spanish and sign language, but those are nice to have. I feel like self-defense is like a must. Also, where do they teach like auto shop? Like, I want to learn how cars work. Like, I also want to learn.
What's happening?
We're just talking about things I want to learn. Like, I mean, we're just thinking. And here's another thing, guys. I watched a video yesterday about the gastric sleeve surgery because I was just like, what is it actually? Like, I know a lot of people actually get it, but what do they do, right? And so that video that I watched was so interesting. Like, I love learning things, right? So I was just like, okay, I want to learn more stuff to learn, please.
Gastric sleeves?
Well, just about everything. Like, but mostly things that can apply to my everyday life. Honestly, I think like the gastric sleeve is a nice to know, right? Mm-hmm. But learning how a car works, I think that's something I could apply to my everyday life. So
I mean, I would agree with you. Only detriment would be that cars have come so far now. It's like things now you have to actually know computer boards and stuff now.
I know, exactly. Yeah. It's mostly technological. It's not really mechanical anymore.
You can't take a wrench anymore.
Kim said saying like Bonquiqui. I thought Bonquiqui said she will cut you. I thought she was cutting, not kicking. Like, I will cut you.
I would say I agree with both of them.
That's what Bonquiqui says, but yes. Okay, Sam Banner said people in Wales, in the UK, speak Welsh.
There we
Wales.
Go. How far is that from Scotland?
I need to Google Maps. Wales.
So it's in the same vicinity.
Yeah, I think it's in the same vicinity. Yeah. Absolutely. Okay, we're looking at the map.
Closer than further.
We're looking at the map. Wales is connected to England, to Britain. Yes. And then, did you say Scotland?
Yeah,
is at the top of it.
The tippity top.
They're all the tippity top. So they're all connected together.
That's where London is.
So interesting.
Mm-hmm. The things we learn about Europe.
Exactly. Oh, I just love geography. That's also something I would like to learn more about. Can we just talk about all the things we want to learn? Cynthia said I had to take cooking, sewing, and shop in middle school. It was awesome. My mom had to take wood shop. Like, I think she had to take all these things too. I didn't
Honestly, I think I was one of the last people who took.
Joe says I want to learn how the cloud works. I actually know how the cloud works. It's all very physical. Was it you or Jerry?
No, it definitely was not me.
Okay, it was Jerry Van West who said the cloud's not real. They're just computers that aren't where you are. But they're all computers
in the beginning.
So that was you who just like demystifying the cloud. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Chris said the cloud is just servers hosted in a data center. Yeah, exactly. The cloud is not real. They're just these huge warehouses that still have the same thing that you just have in your house on a much larger scale.
A bigger hard drive.
Yeah, I mean, and multiple ones just stacked on top of each other in a data warehouse.
Maybe they thought it was like high up on a rooftop somewhere.
Yeah. So Sam Banner said you can go to your community college and participate in their courses. I could be wrong, and there are many ways to learn auto mechanics. You know what? I just have got to start doing more stuff like that. Like,
look at you.
Yeah. So yeah, I knew what you were saying, Chris Bear. I knew it was like a data warehouse, because that is once I realized, like, oh, the cloud isn't real. It's just like server. It's just like data warehouses. We
really need to. I don't know where to teach.
Well, I mean, they just call it. Yeah, I mean, but see, here's the thing. I didn't know how computers worked for a very long time. I didn't know how networks worked. Like, you ever work, like anybody that works in a corporate office right now, like they just teach you how to like connect to your network printer, how to connect to your network drives and things. I just was like, oh, this is just magic buttons that I'm typing in. Boop, boop,
never thought further
network. Yeah, exactly. But now that I understand what networks are and how they work, well, I mean,
I think that's
like it demystifies.
As we get older, we learn more.
Yeah.
No, when I was in college, I was super, super big in gaming.
Kim says they have technical colleges that teach auto shop. Yes, I actually learned that stuff. Shelly said we had to take metal shop, wood shop, cooking, and sewing. See, we didn't have to do any of that. Do you know what? You need to take like a financial literacy class. Like, I watched middle school. I watched a video about how the modern education system was created to make workers. Like when the Industrial Revolution like started, and they needed people to work the machines, and who wouldn't ask questions, who would just be docile members of society that would just take what they got. The education system is what funneled people into that. And I was like, and honestly, upon thinking about that, I was just like, at least when I was in school, and especially older than that, the education system really did not teach you how to be a free thinker. Maybe they taught you how to analyze things, but they didn't teach you what was possible and to think bigger. They taught you to like think in the straight line and to how to fit into society, right? And I was just because
they also negated the risk. Because that other line of work is way riskier. It's way easier, and a lot more people are just more comfortable just doing something and going home. Yeah. Even though you don't want to come wake up knowing.
But that's because they're not taught to want more, or that there's more possible. You know. Well, also, I mean, says Brian tries to explain the cloud to me. I just don't get it. Yeah. It's just like your actual computer. It's a ton of those together that you're remotely accessing. Joe said learning new things, challenging your brain is one of the best ways to have optimal health. See, I love that for you. Mary T said the college I worked at taught everything from business to trades, carpentry, plumbing, nursing, technology. We had it all. I mean, I love that. I want to learn carpentry. Chris, I gotta go bye. Well, we're glad that you were here and see you on Thursday. Yes, very excited about that.
Around the corner.
Yeah.
It's round.
Joe said the problem with modern day society is we all still reliant on computers. We don't challenge our brains enough. Just had this conversation with my nephew when he said we don't need to know math. So that's another thing. So when I was helping Richard.
That's untrue.
When I was helping Richard's cousin with algebra, and I was like, oh, let me break out the calculator. And she was just like, oh, it's good to see that even you need calculators. I was like, yes, but I'm using a calculator to do like complex, like logarithmic analysis. We should not be using the calculator for arithmetic. Like, I'm sorry, like 4 minus 7. We shouldn't be putting that into the calculator. You
boiled it down really low.
No, but that's the thing that these children are calculating. Like 4 minus 7. Like, or like 2 to the third. We don't need a calculator for that, And it's just like when you don't have any grasp of how to do that stuff in your head at all.
The other complete side of that is literally the phone the kid's using is filled with math. The phone wouldn't have been created if it wasn't for math.
Exactly.
Like, how do you create a phone with apps? Math.
Yes.
It's like, so you're like, we don't need math, Dad. Well, give me that phone back then, because that's literally all math in there.
Mom, I can't put your comment on the screen because it has a typo.
What were you then?
Like great. I'm having trouble with DNF and Mama's having trouble with I and you.
I mean, unless you talk about herself. She's great with eyes.
Yes, Mary T said children now use calculator for arithmetic and can't read in cursive. Exactly.
Well, that's another thing I don't. I'm like, wow, cursive is gone.
Yeah. What are signatures these days? I guess they're thumbprints. We just have biometrics.
They just print.
Yeah,
print, but like in italics.
Just slanted.
Yeah, they just lean everything.
Slanted your name. Yep. Yeah, but no, like in my opinion, and also what is algebra? No, yeah, it's algebra. Like basic algebra in terms of percentages. Like you just need to understand basic algebra, like for shopping. Like if you go somewhere and something is 40% off, you should be able to calculate in your head to a certain degree how much that is. Like that's just what I feel. Like I'm just saying, like, oh my God, like Richard, he never understands. When we go to a restaurant, like the first time we like went to a restaurant and he pulled out he pulled out his phone to calculate the tip. That was because I was like, it's just 20%. Just look at the total. 20%.
That like, gave me, it depended, I would type in the bill total and then it would give me a perfect.
You don't need, when you can see the total
10%, 12%.
And then you take 20% of that 15, and that is the tip.
Yes, but see,
even 15% is easy because you just do 20% minus a quarter of it. Like I can't.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Though I wasn't really the percentages where I get lost. The percentages where I'm like.
Mom said she just now reread her post. Absolutely, that's so.
You know the percentages where I get lost. When they say like 25% off. I'm assuming it's cheaper.
Yeah, it's cheaper.
It's cheaper than the prices. I'll take it. I trust the cash register. Whatever you tell me, cash register.
You need to have this information for yourself.
Tell me right, cash register.
Cynthia said my church requires a teen financial literacy class in order to receive a college scholarship. It's 6 weeks long. I mean, that's beautiful.
No, that's awesome. I think all colleges should probably have that.
20%. Exactly. Move the decimal. Multiply it times 2.
Well, because it's also that's where we get inundated with credit cards at that age too, which is the system.
And you don't know what an interest rate is.
It's the system. They pick on you when you're your weakest, and you don't know what's going on. That's why we need the financial literacy stuff because we all get credit cards at 18, 19. Yep. And we like, well,
for t-shirts and pizza. You just hey, sign up for this credit card to get a free t-shirt and a box of pizza.
Exactly.
I know people that graduated college with tens of thousands of dollars in credit card.
What?
Yes, tens of thousands of, and that wasn't student loan debt. That was credit
and it was like
card.
Just three books they bought.
Yeah, exactly. I know, right? And it's just
another
like
part
not
of the
realizing.
scam.
But here's another thing.
Sell the book back.
These days, you can pay your rent on a credit card. You can pay, I mean, like you can't pay your mortgage on a credit card, which really makes me sad because all the points that I'm missing. But you can pay rent on a credit card.
Yes.
And it's just like, if you don't pay that off immediately, like just the amount of interest you're accruing, like,
Well, I mean, it's also the funniest thing is like, this is the system that we gave them, and now we're blaming them for ruining the system that was created 30, 40 years ago.
The bubble, exactly.
40, 50 years ago. They're like, quit using the system. I was like, they didn't invent credit cards.
Yeah, exactly.
Joe said, the scam of selling it to them when they're young.
That's what my nephew said. Why do I need algebra? I said I use it every day. For example, if something's on sale for 18% off, that's basic algebra. Exactly. Once again,
I'm pretty sure he has a phone in his pocket.
I use the Pythagorean theorem in real life to measure what size TV I could have above my fireplace. Yeah. I literally measured the size, like the perimeter of the square. I was like, oh, this is a right triangle. Let me use the Pythagorean theorem to get the hypotenuse.
What?
That's how big my TV can be. Like,
using all type of syllables.
Basic. What is that? That's trigonometry, though. When we're talking about.
No, but I mean, math is a part of life. Like, you can hate it all you want, but everything you do, it revolves around it.
Yes. Dee said the best part is that your cloud servers aren't just for Apple and Google to charge you a monthly fee. You can have your own server at home and save yourself a ton of money. Exactly.
Look at these.
Be your own cloud. Thank you very much.
You must got a brand you promote.
OneDrive, but I'll tell you this: I never appreciated OneDrive more than I have since I started doing my own personal stuff. Like I used to save everything on my local computer because I was like, screw the cloud, this is dumb. But then when I realized like I can't access any of my stuff, like even downstairs, a lot of my Watch Out and Keto stuff is locally on that computer. So when I was putting together my Salt Lake presentation, which I was doing a lot of at work, I couldn't reference that material because it was all on my local machine. And I was like, why didn't I put it on the cloud? So it's just like being able to put everything on a central drive and then access it from whatever computer you're on. Like it was amazing. Like I just this past Friday, I mapped my personal OneDrive to my new work computer. And I'm like, y'all can't tell me nothing. Like now I have access. Like now basically my work laptop has turned into a second personal laptop because all of my stuff is there. Like
you're so
you can't get me wrong.
You're
So
adorable.
Mary G said, lost me. What language were you just speaking? Welsh. I know, I said hypotenuse, but still, I love math. Like Brianna, I hope Brianna goes back and watches this because a lot of language that she'll enjoy in there. Yeah. But yeah, okay, guys. Well, today's a really busy day. I've got to do a lot of work and video editing and t-shirt making, and then tonight is more college algebra. So have a great day, everyone. This will be the last time we talk to you.
Well, we'll see you in person.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe what am I doing on Tuesday? Maybe I'll do a Tuesday evening live since we won't be doing Whack Wednesday because we'll be in the air. Yes. So Tuesday evening right here at
we can do Thursday when we're there.
No, I'm not gonna want to. No, I want to be in the moment. Right? Yeah. No, I'm in the moment. Plus, look, if people that are there, Joe and Rachel are gonna be there. Like, if people that are there are doing lives, we'll just hop into theirs. Right? But no, we're not doing our own. So probably catch us back here on Tuesday evening. It'll either be 7:30 or 8:30, depending on how I feel. So just be on the lookout. Right?
Buckle your seatbelt.
But have a great day, everyone, and we'll see you then.
Of course. Bye.